Bionic tuxedo bow tie. Yeah, that's easy. Cybernetic wedding dress implant
Hey,
upgrade.
Bo, what is going on?
Yeah, I'm coming up with the perfect formula for the perfect wedding. It's wedding season.
Yeah, but we have a real scientist coming on this episode. You can do that later.
Is he bringing liquid nitrogen? I need it for my fogging cake.
The moves that you do are on purpose. Sing like a sing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey! Oh man, if Idol came and told me, son.
And now a man whose chemistry jokes have no reaction, Jason Suel!
Yeah, welcome, folks. Two times. Welcome to Later with Jason Suel, entertainment television with heart. We're so glad you're here. We do have a lot of heart, you know? I just wanted to take a moment and tell a little story. I was at a fundraiser recently, and I had a gentleman come up to me, and he just said, thank you for all you're doing for the arts and entertainment industry in Northwest Arkansas. And I really, guys, I thought that was a real compliment, because when we started this show back in 2014, it was our intention to have a show that was focused on the arts and entertainment in Northwest Arkansas, and to have him repeat our mission kind of back to me at this event. This guy I didn't even know.
Sounds like we've been doing the same thing all this time, and just now someone noticed.
Super rewarding. He said,
Finally.
He said, I watch you on YouTube, so just so you know, you have at least one follower on
viewer.
YouTube.
Awesome.
My mom
Yeah.
definitely watches on YouTube too.
Yes.
I watch all the parts I'm in.
Classic Jason Redicliffe. Speaking of all that we've done for arts and entertainment, this particular episode is super packed. We've got a lot going on.
A lot of people in the
A lot of people
studio tonight.
in the studio, a lot of people here for the episode, and I can't wait to share with you who our guests are. But before we get to that, we're going to throw back to one of our favorite segments. This is Mailbag.
He's a host with a post, and when you ride a post, it's gonna wind up in the mailbag. Mailbag, mailbag.
Mailbag.
Throwing it all the way back.
That thrown all the way back, that very intense ending. So, Mailbag, you can write us also. Send us an email at laterwithjasonsuel.com. We'd love to read it on air and have a little fun with it. This question, kind of particular to the episode today, has the band ever played a wedding?
I remember that one time, Jason.
Do you remember? Yeah, I did
remember
too.
that one time, and I think it's the reason they stopped playing weddings.
I think it is too. Unfortunately, Owen over here showed up to the wedding wearing the exact same thing as one of the members of the wedding party.
It didn't go over well.
It didn't go over well, and so they were.
It was the only thing that fit.
Oh, thank you, Owen, for doing that.
You're quite welcome.
Folks, yeah, that's it. That's your mailbag. Yes, bringing it all the way back. So I was talking about all of the exciting guests we have on this episode. Just so you know, here's what we got coming up. We have Amanda Reed from Amanda Reed Weddings joining us. Round of applause for Amanda. It is wedding season, so we're going to be talking about weddings. We're also doing something exciting today in that we're doing our first science experiments on this show.
What? Let's blow something up.
Speaking of arts and entertainment, we're doing science today with Dr. Tyrone Washington. Round of applause for Dr. Tyrone Washington joining us in the program. And then over here at our chef's table, I feel like this guy, Rafael Rios, is a legend. We've talked about him in a Pick Six segment. We've featured him in a Case in the Joint, and now we have the man, the myth, the legend
He finally
here.
said yes to come
finally-
after all the no's we've got now.
So Rafael here from Yayo's Mexican Grill, and as well as his executive chef, Al, down there. Hey, guys, what are we going to be cooking up at the chef's table today?
What we have today is a pozole salad. Typically, pozole is made with a broth, a soup, is served warm. In this case, we're gonna utilize produce that we picked up this morning, chef did, from the Rios family farm. So we have a farm that we operate, and we're gonna make it a salad, very much for the upcoming summertime.
Awesome. That sounds absolutely delicious. Can't wait to dig into that later. And right now, we're going to go to one of our favorite news segments. This is your Sam's Furniture Spotlight.
Sam's Furniture doing good. Shine a spotlight on the neighborhood. Sam's Furniture.
Hey, we're here at Sam's Furniture with Emily Lynn of Canopy NWA. Hi, Emily. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So tell me about Canopy NWA.
Yeah, well, Canopy is a brand new nonprofit. We were started about 2 years ago, just because a group of us in the community, we got together and we realized that there was this great desire to help resettle and welcome refugees in Northwest Arkansas, but there wasn't an agency in place to do that.
Right.
So we started Canopy so that we could do that.
And maybe people watching or hearing about this organization for the first time want to be involved. How can we get involved with Canopy?
Yeah, well, I would say the great first place to start is canopynwa.org. That's our website.
Great.
You can go there and read all about our story. You can see some of the people that we've helped, the programs that we run, and you can find out how you can get involved. You can volunteer, you can give, you could even, take action calling our representatives and letting them know you care about refugees.
That's great. And, I feel like I'm under a canopy right now.
It's more of a pergola.
Yeah, he's right about that. In this day and age, with our interconnected and active lives, it has become increasingly challenging to keep track of everything you need to keep track of. That's why you need a personal home assistant. And not just any personal home assistant, but a personal one. One that feels like family. Specifically, that multi-divorced aunt who has a bit too much to drink at family gatherings and is full of, as your mother politely puts it, moxie. The Pearl Personal Home... Wait a second, you can't even see me. The Pearl Personal Home Assistant is there for you and is anxious to answer all of your questions, such as...
Hey, Pearl, what time is it?
What time is it? It's time for you to shut your mouth.
Pearl.
Or perhaps you'd like to know the weather forecast.
Hey, Pearl, what's the weather today?
Cold, warm, cloudy, sunny? I don't know. Do I look like a weather map?
Pearl.
The Pearl Personal Home Assistant will make an excellent gift for any student and will even help them with homework.
Hey, Pearl, what's 8 times 9?
I don't know. Blue?
Hey, Pearl, how many minutes have I been alive?
Pearl isn't available at the moment.
Hey, Pearl, who was the 22nd president of the United States?
Stop asking me questions. I gotta go watch my stories.
The Pearl Personal Home Assistant. This time, it's personal.
Hey, Pearl, do you think if I built a spaceship and went to the moon, would there be aliens?
What?
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Later with Jason Suel joining us here. We've got Amanda Reed from Amanda Reed Weddings because it's wedding season.
Wedding season.
Yeah.
All over. It's wedding season.
Over.
Yes,
All
everywhere.
over, but particularly Northwest Arkansas, which I know is your focus.
It
You're
is.
like
It
the
is.
wedding guru.
That kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety hearing you say that, but I mean, I'll take it. But
Pressure's
it makes me a
on.
little nervous. Pressure is on. Yes, for sure. Yeah.
So, just a few questions for you. Let's talk about weddings, things that I don't know.
So what is a wedding? What happens at these things?
Do we need to go that rudimentary? We're going to go back to the basics.
Back
for sure.
to the basics.
Yeah.
What are some top tips for planning a wedding?
Top tips. Okay, a lot of people, I'll say this in relation to what I do. A lot of people they think that hiring a planner is too expensive. They think it's something that's not in their budget. And my answer to that would be, I personally, and I can't speak for every planner, but I work with every level of budget. I have people, I've got a bride that literally sought me out. She's like, her budget was much lower than what the average is, but she's like, it's important to me that I have somebody who can help me through this process and make sure that things are done the right way and to make this as easy as possible on myself. And, the biggest question people have is, can we afford you?
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of times I'd say you can't afford not to have a planner.
Right. We'll find a way to make it happen.
That's a good line.
I know.
Sold.
The total sales pitch. That's like my elevator pitch. But you really, in the time you spend, in the energy you expend, what I do isn't rocket science, but it is definitely something I do every single day.
Right.
I know the shortcuts and things to make it a little bit easier.
Well, I've done a lot of event planning in my life, and I know that there's a lot of details that most people think that it won't be any problem. But when it gets down to the wire, you've got this big day, and that's the only thing you're thinking of. all those other things.
Yeah,
just-
it's a problem.
yeah.
What's
Yeah.
not going to be a problem becomes a problem. The biggest thing that I find myself doing on a daily basis is putting out fires all day long. Even things that we've thought out and we've planned for. We ran out of ice. The ice maker turned off in the middle of the night. I got to send somebody to the gas station to get ice. I mean, there's always something happening like that we're having to troubleshoot.
Right.
All day long. Yeah.
What about things to not do? Like any tips like that?
Okay, so I would say this is coming from a bride's perspective. You don't realize how important that RSVP card is until you're in the seat where you're the one paying for the meal, you're the one paying for the alcohol, you're paying for literally for a chair for someone to sit in. People are notoriously bad about replying. I'm
So
just as guilty.
you should send a check with that RSVP card.
And
is what
make
you're
it
saying,
to
right?
Amanda Reed.
Yeah.
No, yeah, people, they don't realize, you don't know until you're in that boat, but you're the one paying for it, and you're like, I don't know if I have 150 or if I have 350 people coming, because you have to plan that every single person you've invited potentially could show up at this wedding.
Yeah.
And as a guest, the best thing, and this is more wedding etiquette for a guest, but
Sure.
it is, tell them you're coming or you're not.
Yeah,
Like,
let
either
them
way,
know.
yay or nay, they need to know.
Yeah. So if people want to find out more information
Yes.
about you, where can they look you up?
They can check me out on Facebook, Amanda Reed Weddings, and they can check me out. I mean, you can Google me. I'm pretty easy to find. I've got a great website, amandareedweddings.com.
Yeah.
We've kind of kept that long name, but it's pretty universal.
But it's
Instagram,
recognizable
yeah.
too. I
Yeah.
mean, I knew it even before I knew you as a person. I knew Amanda Reed Weddings, right?
That's
so
exciting. That
Your
makes me
brand is
happy.
out there.
That's been a big focus of the company for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Year to really build this brand and make sure it's got that name recognition. So thanks. I'm glad you noticed that. Instagram's our big thing too. I didn't say that, but Instagram is that's really
gorgeous
putting a lot
photos.
into it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and all the above. I don't do the YouTubes, but I do the other thing. But yeah, I mean, I've got some amazing photographers, some amazing team members that really, I mean, because if I don't have all these other people contributing, then I'm kind of useless.
Yeah.
I
don't know if useless.
I'm not useless, but maybe my Instagram's kind of sad
Right.
without everybody else's
Without
work.
the whole team. It takes a collaborative team to make a wedding happen.
It so does.
And to make this TV show happen. So, Amanda, thanks for being here.
Oh,
thanks
thank
for
you for
joining
having
us. Absolutely. And thanks for taking time. I know it's busy. I know it's wedding season. Taking the time to come on the show. According to Amanda, I just heard this is a show you cannot afford to miss. So stick around. We got more happening right here on Later. Hey folks, welcome back right here on Later with Jason Suel. We're doing science today.
I mean, look at our stuff.
I know. Look, sweet gear. So we've got Dr. Tyrone Washington here with the Exercise Science Program at the University of Arkansas. This looks fun.
What is exercise science?
Well,
And how do Cheetos involve it? Yeah.
Exercise is the best major on the planet. Just want to let you know that. But anyway, what I'm going to do here today is just demonstrate a few things. And one of the first things I wanted to do for all of you is talk about physical activity and how important it is. Physical activity decreases our risk for cardiovascular disease. But when we run, a lot of times we're running and we breathe really hard.
Oh,
and
yes, we do.
we're like,
Right.
But there's some good reasons for that. So I'm going to start
All the
with-
pizza.
Yeah, all the pizza. But Jason, I'm going to have you sprint around the building because we really need you to get a little skinnier if you can.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Yeah. Here we go. I'll be right back.
All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to take this beaker right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to take this one, and I need you to breathe in there. Do not drink that. It is not to drink. And we're just going to breathe, and we're going to see what happens to this liquid as we breathe into it. So just on me, 1, 2, 3.
Bubbles. Science. Go. Wait, yours is clear.
Whoa, and look what happened there.
That is crazy.
And so by the way, what happened there was the carbon dioxide that you were breathing, it interacted with the water and created what we call carbonic acid.
Okay.
Now think about it this way. If you weren't breathing it out, that means it stayed in. So the breathing out when we're running helps to fight the acidity that happens in our body when we run. So breathing is really an important thing to do when you run.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's
As it
that.
turns out, you should breathe when you run.
You should
Yeah.
breathe well
Yeah.
and work on that.
Yeah.
All right?
Cool.
The second thing I wanted to show you all is, you ever thought, how can we see glass? It's clear, it's
it's
translucent.
right there.
How do you actually see it though?
I mean, that's a good question because you can touch it.
Yeah,
But I mean,
we can
it's
see
clear.
it, but
yeah.
it's clear. And really, it comes to the reason we can see it is because of refraction of light, refraction and reflection. So when light passes through this, it actually slows down as it goes from air to the glass, and then it reflects, and we can now see it.
That's awesome.
Well, the thing here is if I can make this glass and a liquid the same index of refraction, I can make it disappear.
Whoa, that's magic.
I can make
that's
it disappear.
Not science,
so,
that's magic.
And all you need is vegetable oil?
All I need is vegetable oil and Pyrex glass. It actually has to be Pyrex.
Oh,
believe it or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Magic
so what I'm
glass.
going to do, I'm going to pour into this beaker that's in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we watch from the side, actually below it.
Okay.
Okay, everybody just watch. Okay, so we still see 2 beakers, right, everybody?
Yes.
All right, let's see if we stop seeing a beaker.
Oil is in it. What? Black magic. I call black magic.
Oh, yeah, that is crazy.
Burn him. He's a witch.
And it goes away.
That's crazy.
Because the index of refraction for vegetable oil and Pyrex glass is the same, and so light passes through it as if it was the same thing.
Wow.
That is
awesome. That is wild. It's just a floating logo
Yeah,
in there. Weird.
All right, and then you got to play with liquid nitrogen if you're a scientist. We do it all the time in the
That's what I've been
lab.
waiting for.
So I got my trusty bucket here. It's a different bucket.
Right.
And I'm going to pour this thing.
Okay.
Are you ready for this
I
at
didn't
home?
put the gloves on. It's okay. Safety first. I get a good bit in there.
Oh, that is a good
Okay.
bit. Waste not, want
Alrighty.
not.
Here we go. So we got a lot in there. I'm going to go over here and grab my liquid. And so to make a cloud,
So this is
hot.
been
This
here a
is
lot
just
more
hot water.
Okay.
We need a rapid temperature change.
Oh,
You
okay.
guys ready?
Oh,
All right, somebody
I guess.
count me down. 3, 2, 1, it. You do it.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Cloud. Oh. Wow. We're still in here.
We're here.
We're here.
And you can see it's all over the floor.
That is incredible.
That's awesome. All this fun stuff you can do with science. Dr. Washington, thanks so much for joining us
No
on the
problem.
program.
We gotta do this again.
We do
My
have to do this
pleasure.
again.
Had a
Absolutely.
blast. Thank you very much.
Making clouds. Stick around, folks. Got
Yeah,
more
look at
happening
that.
later.
I was born in a restaurant that had its own farm. I went to Yale's grill, I got my food right out of the barn.
Yeah, right out of the barn. So we're talking about you have a farm and a
I
restaurant.
was wondering what those lyrics meant.
Yeah, exactly. So all of this stuff is so fresh, and a lot of it is hand-picked, right, from the farm.
Yeah, actually, Chef Alvaro picked it up this morning.
Yeah.
From the farm. We have some Mizuna, some mustard, 2 types of mustard, fresh arugula, and this one did not come from the farm.
All those leaves and grass.
Yeah.
We have edible flowers.
Ooh, edible
and
flowers. How
radishes.
does that work?
Yeah.
I bet you're gonna find
gonna
out.
start.
Super spicy. No, it's not
Those
spicy.
aren't spicy.
No, they're good. I got something for you.
Okay. Well, what are we making? Those we got so many bowls. We got these.
Uh-oh, watch yourself. You got good teeth.
You got good teeth. Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive. So
That doesn't.
what we
I
have
don't want
here,
that in my salad.
what we have here is blue corn hominy,
Okay.
which also once you cook it, it becomes that.
You soak it long enough, it looks like bacon.
It tastes like
I mean, look
bacon
at
too.
it.
Little bacon bits.
That's much better.
We have-
I want that one on the salad.
We have pork from Hannah Ranch.
These come out too?
Local pork. Does that taste like plastic? Because this is this is decoration, decorative.
Decorative.
Yeah.
It's decorative.
Yeah. So we have Hannah Farm local pork.
Okay, is that plastic too? No, that looks
No,
good.
that's really good stuff.
Okay.
And then we have
Actually, this is
we
pretty
have
good.
a little bit of salt.
Well, we're feeling a little salty today. What else you got?
We have some achiote.
I like that stuff.
Achiote sauce.
So what is achiote sauce?
It's a spice typical of southern Mexico. very bright. It doesn't have any color added to it.
Oh, turns out
it's
like
a very, very popular spice that makes everything get color, which includes the salad that you get.
But what does it taste like?
It tastes like heaven. Have you ever been there?
I'm about to.
Yeah, okay.
Bold color choices are kind of the theme of the day, I feel like, with our talking about weddings, talking about all of this stuff. So
what's this?
Let's
This
get
looks
to,
dangerous.
Oh, wait, don't. That is dangerous.
Yes.
That's something you want to rub in your face after the show.
Ooh.
It's really good.
You're gonna make me a special one with that,
yes.
huh?
So what we have is how many? We have a sauce made with chote and guajillos. This is the product here, and then we have all the salads from the farm. Chef Alvaro, what did you make here, Chef Alvaro?
It's a dressing made out of guajillo peppers and just some garlic. And
well, let's assemble one. I'm ready. Let's
Absolutely.
take a look.
Let's do it. A little bit of lime and salted, a little bit of cabbage.
Lime salted cabbage?
Salted cabbage?
That's the way I like my cabbage.
Yeah, and then we're gonna finish with a little bit of red onion. Okay.
Goodness gracious.
A few radishes.
That's gorgeous, man.
Everything at Yayo's, whether you go to the food truck or whether you go to the location at the 8th Street Market, looks gorgeous. Everything I've had there.
And then just chunks of pork in with a couple little
Pork
places.
chunks. That was one of my nicknames in college.
And then we'll finish with just a little bit more of
A little
this.
more danger sauce?
Yeah, a little bit. A few drops goes a long way. And then we'll finish with a little bit of oregano. Just a pinch. Well, that was more than a pinch, but a little bit
There
of
we
that.
go.
Oh my gosh, gorgeous. That looks awesome. So that's our salad, huh?
This is our salad.
Oh, that's
So can we
gorgeous.
get that?
It's a pozole salad.
Yeah.
Now, when people eat it, the intent of making the salad is to actually make it taste like the original pozole from anywhere you go in Mexico. So,
Okay. So this is it.
That's it.
And we're going to get a chance to try this a little bit later on the program. You guys are going to stick around. Thanks, Al. Thanks, Raphael. Stick around, folks. We got more happening later.
I always wanted a restaurant that had its own fun.
Yeah, folks, thanks for tuning in to Later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. Send us an email at laterwithjasonsuel.com. And before we leave this episode, we have to thank our cast of amazing guests.
Start with Amanda Reed.
Yes, and Raphael and Chef Al from Yayo's Mexican Grill.
And of course, Dr. Tyrone Washington.
And everybody else who helped to make this episode a success. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Let's eat!
Forks.